up YouTube, man? I've just seen like an Eminem Sway interview about the Kamikaze album. I thought I might check it out, man. It's a bit different from what I normally do music. Thought I might give it a little look in, man, just see what it's like. So I think there's a couple of parts. I'll probably break it down. So do this, and in a couple of days I'll do the next one or whatever, man. If people want me to do the next one, but yeah. Please subscribe, man. I appreciate everything. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 mark, man, before Christmas. Hopefully, I can do it before Christmas. That'd be a good birthday present for me. Christmas present for me, man. So yeah, you know what time it is. Seriously, Sounds of Doc, man. Let's get it.
Y'all ready to be history? All right. Hey, there we go.
We're out of here.
All right, here we go. That's it.
Sway.
Yeah.
So before we get started, will you please sign this?
Oh, shit. Damn. Wow. Wow.
Look at how, you look like a kid. You're a kid there.
Damn, man, I was a baby, bro.
Crazy.
That's our teenage years. Y'all didn't know I had bars once upon a time, huh? Yeah, you want me to say Marshall? You want me to say?
Yes, please.
Okay. That's M-A-R.
That's H-A-L-L.
Yeah, there you go. Look
Hell
at that,
yeah,
man. I
man.
signed a vinyl for him, man. Look at that, man. Look at
Incredible. Yo,
See how humble Eminem is, man. He ain't done that just for the camera, man. M's M, man.
yeah, man, your signature's so much better than mine. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Man, you threw me off with that.
Fucked up your whole shit.
Not really. Just impressed that you dug that deep in the crates, man. I didn't know you.
I'm always digging in the crates.
That's good to know, man. That's good to know. Do you want to use any lyrics from any of those songs on that vinyl?
Well, I was gonna ask you when cameras are off. A couple bars that I wish I could have.
I love him. I love him, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Go ahead, man. What's mine is yours, man. If it make your shit tighter, you know. Let's speak on bars.
Do you think Em could be a comedian if he weren't a rapper, man? I'm telling you.
Yeah, we are. Kamikaze came out. You know, you shocked the world the way you did it. What made you do it? I mean, a Revival came out December 2017. That wasn't that long ago. It's less than a year. What made you just drop it on the world the way you did?
Because I feel like the way the climate is right now, if you give people enough time to, I got an album coming out.
I'm gonna do some Revival today, man, as well. Some tunes. A few people have asked me to do. I think Believe was one of them.
In 2 months, you give people time to say, man, he better have a song like this or I ain't fucking with it. If he don't have a song like this, I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
He better not be rapping like this. He better not be rapping about this, or I'm not gonna fuck with it. And when you go into an album, you can go into anything with the mindset of this is gonna suck. And then even if you kind of don't feel that way, you're already kind of formed your opinion in front of all your friends, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like giving them no warning was the best thing to do, just because it doesn't give people enough time.
That's what he said on. Please go check out the Chloroseptic remix I've done, man. He says on that, give you. What did he say something about? You sat with your arms crossed, did you do reaction videos and talked to the songs? Do you think I liked it? Damn, dog, and marbles are gone. That's what he said, didn't he? It does give people to make their own thing, man. Joe Budden.
Do just because it doesn't give people enough time to, you know, when the Revival track list came down the pipe.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like, overwhelmingly, this shit is gonna be trash.
Yeah.
And
that was before
nobody really wanted to be wrong about it.
Yeah.
They had already formed, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people had already, formed their opinions. So.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, Revival really ran through the ringer, so to speak, before it even got off the ground. But you know, this is that day and age. You know, it's different now, right?
Yeah.
You know, how have you adjusted to that? Like before, which is what I find interesting about you. Before, you spent your whole career being critiqued and criticized by organizations like LGBTQ community or college campuses or police departments. You know, but hip hop always stood by you. So that was, that's where you found your refuge. But now it came from inside of hip hop. You know, how did
what he's just said out of his put that, man, is fucking crazy.
Did that affect you?
Me sitting back and seeing things that I saw, it was kind of like, I felt a bunch of different ways. I felt like, okay, maybe because it doesn't sound like everything else, and what.
No, I'm saying not even fucking heard it. But what I'm saying to you is that I understand what he's saying because it's not the choppy shit. I'm guessing it ain't choppy shit because Eminem don't rap like that.
Doesn't sound like everything else, and what most people are doing. Maybe that was what tainted their ear, because I remember a time in hip hop where you had to be so different from the next person or you were trash. There's a shift somewhere that happened that...
Yeah, to be better than someone, you got to be different. And that's what makes me laugh when the Game said he's the Black Slim Shady. He's better than him. The only thing difference is black and white. Actually, you're not better than, are you? You're exactly the same. And I didn't get that, man. I didn't get
trash.
that.
There's a shift somewhere that happened that if it doesn't sound like everything else, then it's trash automatically.
Yeah.
I heard, I don't know what tune it was, if it was off of a revival tune or some tune, that one of Eminem's songs sold more than Game's whole album. That's crazy, man. It's a shame because the Game's can rap, man. Just I think he's gone now.
And I just sat back like, okay, all right, I can take that. It's not like I can't take constructive criticism, but I feel like it kind of went beyond constructive criticism. So I had to go back to it and look, I have made albums that definitely probably would not be the top of my list. Encore.
Okay.
Relapse, which I believe Encore is a better album than...
No, man. Relapse is GOAT level, man. I've done Underground, Stay By That, them tune. The way he raps in them tunes is fucking out of this world, bro. I'm sorry, man. I get what he's saying because of the type of what they are. Man, them tunes are ferocious, man.
Relapse is something that I looked at in a couple of years, went back to and cringed at. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't even realize I was doing that many accents. I just started, for whatever reason, I just got into it and was just like, started on this weird serial killer vibe kind of thing.
Yeah.
And started wanting to talk crazy and started bending words more, and the only way you can bend them.
But it was fucking unreal. It just shows the talent he's got.
Is with this accent, trying to use this one, and a couple years later, in making Recovery and slipping out of that, getting out of the accents and beyond it, made Recovery.
Yeah.
And I always say that if it wasn't for Relapse, I wouldn't have been able to make Recovery. And if it wasn't for Revival, I wouldn't have been able to make this album. So I'm good with it. It just, some people more than others went a little far with it.
A little far with it. I want to get into that.
He wants to say something, man.
Went a little far with it.
A little far with it. I want to get into that too. And I almost, when I listen to Kamikaze and I hear some people say, man, that's the vintage M we wanted. We wanted Shady back, right? And when I listen to it, man, I have to admit, man, I hear something in you on this album that kind of made me rejoice in a way I've done in the past. I like the fact that you're not running from the criticism. I like the fact that in this digital age, you're not, cowering and then reforming to what people think you should sound like or how people think you should act, and you're calling it out. And I actually like some of these review shows that you see on YouTube, and they take people's music and they have fun with it. I look at these kids, and I see us when we were young. I see myself when I was younger before YouTube, and we'll go through a G-Rap album and, oh, this was dope, that was dope. A Far Side album, this was dope. Yeah. They just kind of doing that. Right.
One thing it must be like, man, is just to be Eminem, I don't know, I've always said I'd love to, when I listen to his music, I'd love to be able to see him creating that. I've always thought that, man, when I listen to, when I'm reacting to that, and I was just think, oh, imagine what it'd be like to actually be in that studio and he must have so much music he hasn't released.
Right. And you address them. So you're that in tuned, like in the beginning of the Ringer, when you talk about if you critique me, you can make millions. If I critique you, there's nothing I really
Yeah, it gets into the territory where it's like you got, okay, so since the internet has become what the internet's become, and since YouTube and all that, you've got so many, how can I say this? It's almost like not enough Indians, too many chiefs. So it's like everybody on the internet, and in hip hop especially, it seems like either a rapper, a DJ, a writer, a producer, has something to do with it. And I love the fact that so many people now have been able to get on easier than it was for me or you back in the day, because we didn't have this platform. So I appreciate the platform.
I was trying to explain to my boy about when I was younger. When I was young, I said didn't have internet, and he was like, "What? Like YouTube wasn't around when I was really young. I grew up, got to about 13, then I got a phone. Like there wasn't about, unless they were like that. Like kids don't realise that, man. Like it's crazy. Like an iPad is nothing today. Like it's like the norm.
Form. It's just that now you've got people that not only are doing the same thing and they can do it better, but you've got people who don't do anything and are just critiquing it. So I sat back and I'm like, okay, that's fine. People can talk crazy about me. That's fine. They should express themselves, and they have a right to. But I also get to say whatever the fuck I want about you.
Yeah, man.
Like I said,
I think it's on the tune Fool. Please go check that out on the tune Fool. He says something in it, did he? Like people been talking like that. It's my turn or something. He says at the start, did he? Come on, man.
I'm good with Revival. Fuck it.
Didn't he still go platinum though? I swear I've seen him with a picture with the platinum or something like that. Please let me know.
Because I couldn't have made this album without that.
Yeah.
And there is something, I'm not gonna lie, there is something inside me that is a little more happy when I'm angry.
Yeah, bruv, I said this, man. I said this in Chloroseptic. Please go and check that Chloroseptic out, man. When he's pissed off, he seems to just, like, diss tracks and that. He's just...
It's like, as bad as it feels to be there, there's also something about it. There's a rush of it that I like because
sick dude, man.
It inspires me to say something back. So you get in that weird area too, where it's like, oh, he says he doesn't care about what anybody thinks about him, but now he cares about what everybody thinks about him. No, he's just saying he don't care. He'll say anything he wants about you if you say it about him because he doesn't care. Like, there's so many different levels to not caring about shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was interesting. It was definitely interesting because I'm like, how fucking off is my ear?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, and then it was interesting to watch the reaction of the Chloroseptic remix verse
I just said that
I did.
Yeah, with 2 Chainz, and you put that out in January, and you touched on, you guys formed your opinion just from a track.
And that's where I was at.
Yeah.
At that point in time, that's definitely.
Bin Laden with the pen buddy in again. Oh, mate, that tune. Please go check that reaction out. Bin Laden with the pen buddy in again. Oh, mate.
You guys formed your opinion just from a track.
And that's where I was at.
Yeah.
At that point in time, that's definitely where I was at. But I watched people going, oh, why wasn't this on Revival? Honestly, what if I said it was on Revival? You won't know because you didn't listen probably.
Yeah.
But I kind of felt like, okay, I guess this is what people might want. Because I'm always stuck in that, what the fuck do people want? Like you were saying, that the OM is back and he's too old to be the old M. Mm-hmm. He can't do it. Like, no matter what, when I zigged, I should have zagged. No matter what. You got half and half every fucking single time.
You kind of say that. You allude to it in one of the songs where you said you set the bar so high that, you know, at this point, you know, everything's considered a failure. Like, you're almost competing with yourself.
Yeah.
M always competes with you. I've said this many times. He's on his own level. M set the bar to only M, man. And what does he say in one of his tunes? I can't remember what he says, man. Oh, I missed it.
And you touch on it a lot in every song well, not every song, but majority of songs you touch on it, I appreciate. But I have to, like, the Joe Budden thing is really interesting because that, along with MGK, of course, is making a lot of noise out there. And it throws a lot of folks
before they explain this.
off. When Joe first started commenting, it was mixed reactions. Some people said it was disloyal. Some people said, man, he's entitled to his opinion. I would assume that obviously it got under your skin, considering the relationship you've had with him with Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
How do you describe your relationship with Joe Budden?
Oh, you motherfuckers!
You went in on MGK.
You motherfuckers!
You guys had a discrepancy.
You know, you go down the fucking wormhole of YouTube and whatever, right? So I see Machine Gun Kelly
Gonna make me do the second one now, innit? You bastard!
talks about Eminem's daughter, whatever, right? So what the fuck? Click on it. Like, yo, why is he? Then he starts doing a press run, basically, about Haley. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, my man better chill, right? So that's not why I dissed him. The reason I dissed him is actually a lot more petty than that. Now I'm in this fucking weird thing because I'm like, I gotta answer this motherfucker.
Oh, knock, knock, like the devil in. Oh, mate, that better bit could have come in better, man. I'll go to the next one, people, man. Fucking see you soon.